Hi guys, here I am, back in the high country. This is my house in Colorado. I'm really enjoying life out here. Ruth and I have been here now for 6 years. My dog Nellie's over here in the background trying to harass me a little bit, but that's okay. Hey, this is a tribute to the mighty Wildcat football alumni and many players, coaches, and fans that have provided Edgar with 50 years of excellent tradition and pride. I want to give you just a little bit of news from out here in Colorado, in particular with my family. You know, Jenny and Carlos are in Laramie. Their kids, Paolo and Sophia, are doing wonderful. They're 6 and 4 years old. Jenny and Carlos coach the Laramie High School football tennis team, and they won the girls' regional and the boys' regional. They're going on to state starting Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and they are predicted to win the state championship. I'm proud of them for things like that, but they're wonderful kids. Patrick and Rebecca, their kids, Scout and Violet, they live in Colorado Springs and doing very well also. Patrick coaches 8th grade football, and his team has to win one more game, and then they'll be playing for their 8th grade regional championship. Patrick will also be coaching the varsity wrestling team this year after his junior high team took second in the state of Colorado last year. Ruth and I are enjoying life. We've had 36 wonderful years together. You know, that's not bad out of 38. Okay. Anyhow, Ruth is boarding dogs and making a little extra money for us, but she really, really enjoys going to France almost every year with friends, and once again doing really well. I'm still coaching, but I'm telling you right now, please don't ever take winning for granted. You cherish every win, and whether you're playing and beating Prentice 60-0, or you're playing Stratford and win 6-0. Every one of those victories is important and rewarding, and experience that you'll never forget. You know, I'm going to mention quite a few different players, and it's been wonderful to be able to think back to all the great times we've had. I know that I won't be able to mention them all, but I can hardly talk about Edgar football without mentioning guys like Mike Gust and Bruce Berg. And I mean it. They are definitely, and they hold the pancake record. They would block their guy to the ground almost every time. Out here in Colorado, you know, they think pancakes are something you eat for breakfast. And matter of fact, the Edgar Wildcat team has always been known for hitting out here. If you hit like the Wildcats did, you're going to get a penalty or you get a concussion. Guys, speaking of hitters, it's such an honor to coach guys such as Lincoln Berg, Josh Hermansky, and Eric Kaiser, those 3 linebackers in some of the state championship games. Hermansky's probably the second linebacker to go bald. The first one is Bill Tess. What a wild man he is. Hermansky's dad, of course, was a great player. I swear, though, he was the slowest all-conference linebacker I ever coached. Eric Kaiser, no question, most intense. I remember one time when Kaiser was a sophomore, and giving me goosebumps, man. He come out of the game, holding his arm a little bit, and I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, yeah. My elbow hurts a little. I'm okay. After the game, I found out that his shoulder was dislocated. Tough guys. Speaking of tough guys and great people, people like Harvey Evan. Holy man. Harvey, I'm so proud of you and proud of your family, and got 2 kids now. Proud of kids like Forrest, Zach, Paul Bielmeyer. Guys were great players, but they also had a wonderful sense of humor, and they always laughed at my jokes, so I did appreciate that, but I can't say enough about kids like that have grown up and have very successful lives. I could tell you how good Greg Strike was, but you know, he probably has already told most of you that. Talk about players, about those 4 Sins guys. Jeremy going on and coaching for the Badgers. Justin, of course, playing for Purdue. Jason hanging tough through all the years and helping Wausau West become a good program in football. And then, of course, our principal, Jordan. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, geez. Bob and Mike Phelps. I just love to have guys like that. They pull out, and they're offensive linemen, and they wouldn't block the cornerback. They'd just flat out run him over. Guys like Sean Rasmussen, Jim Halverson, and his brothers, Casey Lipinski, making fantastic plays in the state championship game against St. Joe's. And memories that I'll never forget. Guys like Eric Wesolowski, holy cow. I swear his mother could have played middle guard. Bob Tess, and how could I forget Carl Banke? Carl played 1 year of football, and he enjoyed every minute of it, and I enjoyed coaching him. Got many stories about him. Zach, yeah, the Dr. Baseman, smartest linebacker I swore I ever coached. Needless to say, he went on and has had many degrees. How can you talk Edgar football without the Bargender guys, and including Ryan and Josh, and of course their dad many years ago. The hitting machines, maybe of all times, Luke Kaler and Roy Miller. There's a couple of beauties. All the layman guys, I could go on and on and on, but it would take up too much time because they've only given me 5 minutes, which is enough anyway. Joey Heil, ay. David and David Fromm, yeah. Brother and dad, great linebackers. Steve Dahlke and Tim Kinnick played side by side in the state championship game. How can you talk it without talking about Eddie Kresbach? Big Ed, 330-pounder, probably weighs 190 right now. Mean and green. All the Heidemann guys, that could go on and on. The Burrish brothers, Clint and Scott training, terrific people and great players. Tom Bauman, all the Miller guys, Buzz. What a good kid, and all those Baseman kids that played. Dean Gravine, Gary Romansky. I asked Gary Romansky's daughters one time if he ever talks about intercepting the pass in the state championship game, and they laughed. They said, oh yeah, about once a week he reminds us. The Nowak guys, all the Nowak guys, Rich Nowak, and then guys like Greg Kornak, terrific linemen. I have to mention Charlie Reef. I swear he holds the record for pancakes and kickoff returns. Charlie would belly back and knock a guy down, and he'd look right over at the sideline, and I'd be going, that a boy, Charlie. What an honor, okay? Coach Sins, Coach Bielmeyer, Coach Steinke, Coach Nowak, these guys really started that string, and it's continued on for many years. Can I talk about Edgar football without me being so proud of having coached there, and also so proud of having coached my son, Patrick. He was very dedicated, and it was not only an honor, but just a tremendous feeling to have a kid like that of my own that was so dedicated and such a great player. Many great memories, many guys I haven't mentioned. I'll apologize or say I'm sorry, but I can't get them all out in this speech. I want you all to please take care, God bless. Oh, and remember, or remind Karen Paul that she still owes me a ride in her 1968 Dodge Charger. And if you happen to see Bob Houts, tell him I understand he's now wrestling for the WWF. Hey, y'all take care. Thank you.